So my next question, and I know your experiences are totally different. I'd want us to place a name to what you probably be feeling if you were looking for a job or even when you're working. For you, Michelle, I want us to for you to tell us what kind of emotion were you feeling? Is it stress? Is it were you overwhelmed? Maybe you say that when you get to work and maybe your supervisors feel like you shouldn't have forgotten this because you just got out of school. I want us to place an end to it so that we can know exactly what we're dealing with. But Lennox, you can speak to us about, because you've been to lots of places. So like, you can tell us, you've gone to places and you've gotten reactions before. And as much as I feel like you're still really good for again, you've experienced. And I work with you at KPMG, so I know how much work you handle every single time. You can talk to us about law school, TESOL, and you're still working. You so much expected of you at work and also at school. Going through that whole process, how did it work out for you? Okay, you can speak to us about, you said now you've started thinking about it's not even getting employed anymore. You started thinking about more things that will generate income for you. You can talk to us about that. But I also want us to speak to us about when you're applying for jobs and maybe some of the people you graduated with, and you see them like they're doing really well, they've gotten jobs and you need to secure one that you want. And you speak to us about the emotions around that. When you feel like everyone else is moving on and you're basically still behind one thing, you start to say, no, we didn't get it. So I can say I want to describe what I found is vision of not being in the industry, because sometimes I also found myself questioning, am I really in the right path? Did I even choose wisely before doing the law? Am I even supposed to be doing the law? Yeah, that's something that it came on my first week in the job. And I've been given something to draft a document. I've never drafted one. Okay, I drafted it in my assignment in third year and I've completely forgot about it. And now I'm here about draft this because you told me you learned it during the interview. Yes, it's true, I learned it, but I did it for the assignment for the exam. I hate when you say yes. You know, you're telling me to draft it and it's something critical and it's urgent. So I was like, am I even fit for this? I did it. I asked ChatGPT. And Gemini, those two answer, they had my hand during the first week. During the first week. Yeah, they had my therapist. Because let me tell you, I drafted the document. I took the whole day to draft the document. Your document can be there right now. I drafted it in 1 or 2 hours. And that day I took the whole day and it put me in a draft. And I take it to the advocate and do corrections. He tells me go back. I do it again. Then I go back and draft it. It was serious. And I wrote it just like that. So I was like, will this be my life? I'm just not fit for low environment. Maybe I should pick something else. I was thinking about even quitting my first week. But also something that helped me go manage. And I used ChatGPT, Gemini, those AIs. They were my therapists. They helped me do the work. I was on my boss has told me to do this and this. So, but it was my way to survive because I can't keep on going to ask him, what am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to write here? Yeah. So my boss has told me to do this and this. I'm working at a law firm, so please draft it in a Kenyan way. I was talking. So afterwards, I told the person I was about to quit during the past week. Yeah. So with time,
I can't find out to realize as much as they were putting that pressure, it was positive pressure because they want me to learn. Maybe I had a lot to mind, and I wasn't ready for that challenge. Because when I was even applying for that job, I wasn't sure I would get it. But when I applied, then it got tried. Because I've also tried applying for other jobs in maybe law firms, get rejected. You try to even volunteer. It is, let me even work for you for free. For free, and then you can't. So I just did it. Okay, that's for his sake, and they accepted me. So with time, I came to realize that it was positive pressure from my employers in a sense that they want me to know, they want me to grow in my career. They are going back and forth for corrections. See, yeah, we share you're doing shitty work, and you can be like you know what you're doing, yes, but this is what is supposed to be done in this manner. Also, my workmates were how can I put it? They were friendly, they were supportive, they still are supportive. Nikki, and more somewhere go ask her, do you have a draft or a precedent on this? You can send it to me, I go through it so that I can draft this document into that. So basically, just to summarize, that feeling of not being enough into pressure negatively to the point that don't strain me, I don't want to be strained, I don't want to be strained. But now I can say people sour because I feel I'm enough. I'm in the right field. I'm doing things right. I'm in the right field. It doesn't matter you also know how to take care of your mental health. Ukiwa in the work environment, you can talk to someone, maybe you can talk to chat. You don't have someone to talk to. Yeah. So a piece of advice, you're enough. You're enough. Kenda kwa any work and you don't know what to do. You're enough. You just have to be given space to space and time to learn and also give yourself that challenge. It makes a small progress. Like you just learned how to draft a paragraph ama ku draft like a document, kuandika witness statement, ulikuwa kuandika Ngemani law cost, umelearn that and that it has stuck in your mind. It's perfect and you're enough as long as you're learning, as long as you're positive about it. You take that pressure.
One clarification. As a man, right? Is that an aspect of the mental health thing? Even it's like for men, it's like just such a one. In that I believe like there's more room for me to be like, oh, this is I'm overwhelmed and we don't have things for that. As a man, you don't have one way to make this. Man, after with your car, how do you balance between protecting yourself and how do you protect yourself in that workspace and where do you let go or let go to?
Yeah, for sure. We can start from there and go to the reflection and then work. Yes, working. So yes, as a man, definitely, for me, my mindset is I am not fully in control of everything. And for sure, there are those people who will just be, okay, for lack of a better word, they'll just be shitty to you for no other reason. Like, someone is just having a crazy day. Hi, Peter. Someone is just having a crazy day. And they'll just throw it on your face, like, bottom line, just for no apparent reason whatsoever. They'll just, pour it all on you for no reason. And I think for me, really, as a man in coping, I really can't. I can't start telling. Say, for example, where I see it at work. Phoebe is the person who sits neatly next to me is a lady. And then I think the closest guy is my friend Innocent who starts like after Phoebe. So mostly Phoebe can come and tell me, it's terrible. These managers are doing too much work. All those other crazy things. But for me, really, I can't because I'm the solution person, right? Relax here, very easy. No, for me, really, I can't find a shoulder, technically, I can't. So all I have to do is either shape up, either find a way to make it work, or just suck to myself. Like when I'm
for a while, or
like technically, I mean, there are those times. I know I also get when it gets crazy. Just about to take with my schedule. Sometimes it gets crazy, and you're just like, okay, let me just give this one person a call who you have not called for 3, 4, 5 years. Actually, do that. I'm just, this is how it's going. This is how it's crazy. They're killing me here, like technically. I just find that one person we've not spoken for a while, just a normal crazy friend, and just to let it off. But then I know even after letting it off, it's just a small window, Pandora's box that I create just to confuse myself that the problem is not there. I still have to go back and do my I still have to do my weight at the end of the day. So for me, I know it's either this way, it's either my way or the highway, right? For me, it's technically just the highway. I don't have any other option. Really, from a work perspective, it's really the highway. I have to find a way to make it work. And I think now we have to use that to lean into the work part. And then I'll do the rejections here. I have a very strict manager. I think she likes her things in a very specific way. For me, I know I can do the work. Like technically, I know, okay, I try to do the work. Let me be honest, I try to do the work. But I will do a set of 4, 5, 6 flyers, which was supposed to be done in 3 days. I'll do them in a day. I'll give them. I will have to take work and probably change just pronunciations, comma somewhere that is missing, just one sentence somewhere. There's a full stop somewhere when you read it. And for me, I totally get that. Like, she understands the audience better, and she knows that if we do that, it's perfect for the audience. But from a perspective, I still have a whole set. I have, say, on a normal day, I have 4, 5, 6 contracts. Of the 4, 5, 6, say 4 are NDAs, OWS letters, EV, those are what I do. 30, 40 minutes fine. But you have a 70-page contract. It's an EU contract worth $25 million US. I'm not just going to read it and submit it for an money and then forward without having to look into the finer details. So I still have all these. I still have another work stream on the side, and I still have these other short things to amend, which personally I think we might consider them trivial, but over time I have come to realize that they are very instrumental to always communicate out there. That one comma could be the reason as to why someone misinterprets the entire message. So I've come to know that indeed it's very key. It's how I cope with it is, I think my first week I was just like, man, why did you going to survive here for? I mean, this is supposed to be a long-term contract. It's a life employment. I don't know if these will really work out, long-term. And sitting down, I was just like, okay, fine. Just have 2 other options I can exercise, but let's see how it goes. But looking at it, I was just like, honestly, this is how it goes. I don't think like it's not a very friendly environment. But then for me, I always believe if you go higher, go higher, right? If you go lower, go lower. So I decided, okay, fine. If I need it. So I decided I'm just looking at my work, do what is expected of me. Hakuna salamu, hakuna anything, I just do me. I'll do me. If you need me, you know where to find me. It's that simple. I'll send emails, I'll send reminders. Very strict. I did it for one week and a half. She was like, please come to my office. Have I done something wrong? No, they don't even say it to me. They're like, okay, fine. Spot me, man. I hope somewhere she doesn't come across this podcast. But really, that is what was going on in my mind back then. But I sat down, stepping into the work. I understood the pressure that she had on side as well, and what she was trying to get her to by getting me to do those small things that I consider small, because then at the end of the day, she's training me to be her, such that she she wants it to be in a system where she doesn't have to look at my work twice. She knows I have training, he knows it. He knows how I want to communicate. He will deliver just that perfectly. And I think over time I got out of it. Of course, after the power struggles, power dynamics, kidogo. I mean, as a man, always pull the power card. I mean, just, yes, of course, play with the balance, it will always work. Can I say it will always work? I mean, it worked for me. I tried it work. Maybe speaking slightly on the rejection, I think I've received 2 that really hurt. The others are just like, wait, but options. And if I just contact I mean, but it's technically, let me just say that that's my coping mechanism. Like I ensure that I have at least 4 or 5 goals I can grapple. That I have three options. I'm not just going to sit on one and say that, well, yes, this is my primary one, but we can move up and out. And it's like this is what life is giving me. And I was just having a call with my uncle, and he was just telling me that I was giving him my schedule, which I'm just about to give you. I was telling me that's life, and we're now becoming a man. I love to live it the way life gives it to you. Sometimes we don't always get it the way we want, but it doesn't mean that we don't, live what life gives us. So yes, I have always embraced that. For my rejections, one of them was CR advocates. I remember they were very convenient because they are literally just across the road and they're there, like from school, up to Stima, from Stima to Parklands, it's literally a walking distance. So anyway, no transport, no lunch, the parking there next to that even I knew it was like perfect work environment. Like I don't even care how much you're paying me. Like I'm just easy. And they go back, they told me they didn't have an opportunity. I served. And then I just told myself, okay, it's fine. Like they're lost. Technically, like literally that is what I told myself, they're lost. I just, soldier on. Fast forward, the other one that really hurt was Bowman's. Bowman's is still a top tier law firm. So technically there are 4 top tier law firms in Kenya. I have offers from 3 of them other than Bowman's. Like I have had offers from 3 of them other than Bowman's. For Bowman's, I sent my CV. Moini can tell you honestly, like with all modesty, as a 4th-year law student back then, sending it out, I would say it had things that could stand out. At least I could try to stand out, for lack of a better word. But really rejecting me at CV stage, like literally, I didn't even get a fighting chance. It's just someone they probably looked like you didn't have to say so much name, which happens to be my first name in my CV. So probably that is the only metrics. But anyway, I always look back and say I would tone it down or say that it's terrible or anything. I mean that probably God had other plans, but I say for sure it's fine. I just wipe it under my feet and I move forward and look for what's next then. I just don't stay there. I think second year, I was joking with Moini telling her that second year was the last time I really ever called home and said, hey, whether I need to buy, send me something. Because then my dad more or less molded me into, nafuatilia lakini sifuatilii. Ati that. But Superman kama wenzako Nairobi. Okay. Sawa, say no more. So the mindset already got to me that you have to look for yourself, you have to look after yourself, you have to fend for yourself. And that's the only way to survive technically. Anyway, to the last question, Wayne, on my schedule and how it affects work. And what I feel? Dear man, it's overwhelming for sure. It's totally overwhelming. Like, let me give you my normal day. This is a normal Monday. Normal Monday. I leave the house at around 8. I leave the house at around 8. I'll get to work at around 7:30. I work from 8:30 all the way to 12:30, or mostly 1, because then I stayed up to finish my work before starting my classes. So I'll finish my work at 1, go grab lunch, At 2, I have classes, which means by 1:40, I must have finished settled down though. I try and finish pending work. I start classes from 2 to 6. It's back to back, no breaks, 2 to 6. After 6 p.m., I still have pending work, and which means I have to add 2 hours to my work schedule. So I do 6 to 8 in the office. I finish at 8. I leave the office at 8. I get home at roughly 8:30 on a good day. On a bad day, I start my meetings. I have project talk meetings from KSL, which we normally do them from 8:30 to 10:30. Well, not to 10:30 because it runs all the way to 11. So send me to 8:30 to 11. So I will leave work at 8. Luckily get matatu na karibia kuja. Get home at 8:30. Vile naingia home, actually more often than not I find that I've already started the meeting along the way. Maybe 2-3 people will be late and we start at around 8:40. So I've already gotten home. 8:30, 8:40, I'm already in the meeting up to 10:30, 11. So technically, more often than not, hapo sapa na yule inama to ni 11 bana. Ni kama boychild. See the other So for the surviving mechanism, I just used to either carry fruits as I'm leaving work, ama nikifika there is someone hapo too. And napanga tu bado hajafunga. I probably grab food ama grab fruits nikienda. That's a normal day. And that's how it has been for the last 4 or 5 months from January. It's crazy, but I mean, at the end of the day, you have to find a balance, you have to find a way to make it work. Honestly, sometimes it's just overwhelming because, let me give you an example, real life example. The last 3 weeks we've been having an ethics program in the farm, and in the ethics team, which means technically you have to be there. So we have meetings with associates and senior associates, and then we have meetings with manager, senior manager, ADs, partners after. So I have to join the manager and senior manager's sessions, specifically because in our department I'm the only guy rather than the ethics team. So I have to sit technically, especially for the seniors and the senior managers parts. So technically I find myself, I have a class that is going on this year. I'm listening in on ethics with this other one, and still within all that, I'm trying to finish pending work. So it gets crazy. Sometimes I have to stretch myself too thin, but I mean it's not bad. Hopefully it gets better with time, but I mean that's me. Coping is crazy, man. Luckily I have good friends like Moina, at least nitarusha episodes here and there over lunch. Nisahau about my crazy schedules. I will try, and for me my mantra then has been I am a fan of basketball, as I told you, and one trait that LeBron has learned over time is resting within the game. Like he's playing the game, but he's resting within the game. Even when you look at the recent playoff series. So for me, I had to adapt and learn how to rest while working. I'm in class. I'm listening in, but in 2 minutes. Mtu akiuliza swali kwa nikisikia tu hiyo swali yako bro, I just do one email and start. And then also hard to learn touch and go. If I touch something, I want to do it to the end. Acha nimalize the topic. I don't want to come back and have to answer questions about this. Let me just do. Let me pass it to the next person. Come on, they have any issue. I guess it will be from a review perspective. So I really have to hard to learn how to cope and adapt, and learn to also find time for myself. I still find time to sneak a movie or two here and there and play. Niko nata PS kwa nyumba jamani, but I hardly ever. I don't know where my father as you speak, because I really don't. And it gets to a point where I just have to invite my friends over. Just at least for me to unwind and get to the end.